From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Garoppolo looks to throw. On the screen, this is Coleman. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Tonight, 180. Check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Oh, here we go. Oh. Hey, tonight. Right there.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Alert. 3 down.
Here's gone. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's 3rd down.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there. And, look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Single, slop. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Just beating the play clock is gone. This is caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
One, Omaha.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Raheem Mostert, he was great in that NFC title game, 220 yards. But Super Bowl, 58 yards on 12 carries, though. He did score the touchdown in the 3rd quarter to put the Niners up 20-10.
And think about the journey of Raheem Mostert and what he's traveled. That he has a 220-yard game, 4 touchdowns in the NFC title game that you just mentioned. But only getting 12 carries in the Super Bowl, I don't think in his wildest dream.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. From the 50, it's Goff. And Woods has it complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Check. Now we're close.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Goff. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor. Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now this time, Garoppolo will throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And some room to roam now. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for L.A. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Hey, 20. I hope you brought your reps because I'm about to take
Listen.
56 to Mike. 56.
Hey, Delta.
Let's go, D.
All right. Okay.
Gurley again here on 1st down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Now Gurley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. He's letting it fly for Cook. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
54. Mike 54. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Hey, Zoo.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
You better bring
76, tell him. 76. 76. Hey, Laura.
check, watch 54, watch 54.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. On 4th down, Goff. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go. That held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180, 2, 2.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player is just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
Yeah, he has certainly made a name for himself. William Clay Matthews III.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
White.
Play action. Garoppolo. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 22-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Here we go. 180.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. 24 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Spinning past him. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. 9 good yards there on the run, and now third down. On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on fourth down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Mike 54.
Hey, 76. 76. 76.
They're running with Gurley. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. Lock.
Touchdown, defense.
11.
Check 24. Check 26.
On first down, here's Breida. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here we go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Garoppolo now. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. Ready? 21. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Clay Matthews adding another sack to his impressive NFL resume. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Set and ready to go for the 2nd half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Switch.
80 weapons.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Check. Motion out of the backfield.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go. Jump.
Value three.
41-yard line.
Cornell.
Right there. 50.
Hey, Charlie.
Check. Mike's 54. Hey, man.
From the 41, Goff. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
D4. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
5. Hey, exit.
Mike 54. Nice, sweetheart. 54 is Mike.
5.
Check
5. Here we go.
Out of the gun, Goff. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with a bandit.
On 1st down, Coleman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Pick me up. Here we go. Check 52.
11.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Open man is born. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
21.
They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. Got his target, Samuel. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Back now in Los Angeles.
All even as we get ready to start the fourth.
Like 20.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Check. 12, fellas. Here we go.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. The Niners on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They run again with Breida, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
11.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Shell.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
2nd and 10 at the 2-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. 49. Check 49. Check 49. SOS. Under 10. 10.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And they work this out past the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Tonight, 180.
Check. Watch 54. Get the ball. Switch.
Obama.
Check 3. Out.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
Say. Check three, check three. Mike's 54.
They run. It's Gurley. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
Hey, watch that, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Target, 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 target.
12.
Watch it.
Now it's gone. Eluding the pressure right. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch the run, watch the run. Good side, baby, that's amazing. Right there, 54.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now that'll be caught by Cup. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Decision made for Sean McVay. They're going to go for it.
Hey, Shell.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. And he gets this one away, and it's got some hang time to it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Hey, watch the slam.
They'll toss it to Coleman, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Here we go. 180!
Garoppolo to throw. They'll set up a screen for Breida. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that.
Let them know. Right there.
Goff. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. To try again after the sack. Goff. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
You better be ready. Don't be scared.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. First throw of OT for Garoppolo. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
This is Mostert. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Now part 1 is done, now part 2. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
54. Check, 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 check.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now Goff with his first throw in OT. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeForest Buckner able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. James now to return. Oh, look at the juke. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now this time he'll look to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it.
Cut! By 20!
54. Mike, 54. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
Now it's Gurley. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 49ers' 14-yard line.
Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Wide, get wide. Check 3, check 3, check 3. 25, check 25, check 25.
Another carry now for Gurley. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage you gain there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. This to win it in overtime. And this one is no good. He missed it. And we will play on here in overtime. So possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that goal.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And with just 2 seconds remaining, the timeout is called here in OT. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw is gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. 1 overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. Play clock down to... Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
65.
Here's Mostert. And he's taken down inside the 30. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 21, 21.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
21, 21.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.